Hi, I'm Tinny from Mini Bowl Design, and today I'm out in the factory. And the reason I've got the camera so close is the acoustics are so bad out here that if I get too far away from the camera, I get a really bad echo. So what I wanted to do today was talk about some product ideas that I've had. Now, I discovered by looking at a machinist manual, watching a few videos, and just running things around in my head, that I can cut some fairly intricate parts by making a jig for my rotary table to hold the part, and then I can cut by simply going out from center from the holding point. I can cut a radius any size I want, or a slot, or any kind of a shape, basically by going so many degrees and then going this so far and then turning so many degrees. So I can do some pretty intricate stuff. That would include making stuff like hammock hardware or any type of backpacking hardware, small to medium-sized pieces out of aluminum. Now, thought this all over, and I thought that if I was going to get into that I probably ought to sell the Zing line too. So I looked into that, buying like a mile of it to a time, and I found out that in the long run, when you really look at it closely, the Zing line is not that lucrative in small quantities, and most people would only be buying it in lots of, if you offered it by the foot, probably 10, 15, 25 feet's probably about right. And it's not that lucrative. It's just you can't buy it really cheap just because you buy a lot of it. The price goes down as you get over 1,000 feet, but it doesn't go down that much. 2,000 feet doesn't go down that much. And the amount of time required to make the little aluminum parts in a jig, for what you can get for them, you couldn't get more than maybe $8 a piece for them. And for the amount of hours and work that require to do it and the tooling, not that lucrative. The only way to do it would be to send it out to a shop somewhere and have several thousand of them made to a time. And I really wouldn't want to get into that because I don't think I could sell that many. So I'm going to put that idea to bed. Here's the crazy part. I'm sitting here right now with this machine with a rotary table. Now, the only thing between me and a really, really great popular product is coming up with the idea. There's all kinds of really, really great products out there that people like me could be making. They just need somebody to invent them. Just somebody to come up with the idea and do it. And that's where most of this stuff comes from. It's not that it's difficult, it's just that nobody's come up with the idea. And that's a funny thing. The second funny thing is, anybody that's intelligent enough to come up with the idea is going to get abused. People who invent things immediately get abused. That's just part of inventing stuff. If you invent anything, you want to expect people to say, oh, no, you didn't invent that, so-and-so invented that, or oh, that was already invented, or that, or you stole that from somebody else. You don't immediately get abused if you invent something really good. People will accuse you of stealing it from somebody else, even when the somebody else doesn't have anything even close to it. Or they'll say that somebody else invented it, even though they've never done anything with it. Or that's an old idea that you got from this, and they'll just abuse the daylights right out of you. So being an inventor is not an easy thing. And inventing something and selling it, you're going to get a lot of grief. I found out that out the hard way. People still won't accept the fact that I invented the remote feed carbon felt stove. The format where it's made out of billet aluminum upright with the carbon felt. There's still people that don't believe I invented that. You can go back into 2008, 2009 and see the video where I introduced it, and you can see all the videos where I started out with a very, very simple course, and as protos went up through proto 2, 3, 6.8, 6.9, 7, how I finally got it up to the point where I started selling it. And even after I sold it, how I worked up through the process over the years and improved it to where I am now. and people still don't give me credit for that. So I find that kind of funny. It's just part of life. I first realized how imperfect the world was when I saw people running nuclear power plants making mistakes and causing radiation spills. I thought, something that important, and they can't even keep their ducks in a row on that. So what chances the everyday guy got? None. Just human error. So I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design. Get out and hike, take a friend, enjoy the great outdoors, and more important than anything, try to have a really great day. Try to take out some time out to have some fun today. Bye-bye.